German grammar topic, that is Grammatik, grammar, and in German we call it Grammatik. So we'll be learning about the subject pronouns, and we will learn the two most common helping verbs, and also a word that we have in our book, hyphen. Hyphen means to be called. I told you it's a verb, and it's a to be called. So let's see, what do we have here. So it's Hilfsverben. Hilfsverben means auxiliary verbs. Auxiliary verbs, that is in English. Do you know how many auxiliary verbs do we have in English? Auxiliary verbs in English.
Am, are,
Okay, am, are,
there is three.
is, am, are. Okay, that is in the presence, that is in the present. And what is in the past?
Was and were.
Was and were. Okay, had, have.
Yes, ma'am.
They are also helping verbs. Okay, great. So before I tell you the helping verbs in German, I would give you 2 minutes time, or 1 minute would be okay. There are 7 pictures here, 7 pictures. So you have to read the pronouns that we have here, and you have to tell me what is these pronoun in English means. Ish, you already know because we have done ish, haisa, ish, bin. Ish, you know. Do, we just did. Do is you. So try to just see the picture. Don't see the table. Just see the picture and tell me what is air, Z, wear, ear, and Z. Study for a while and then let me know.
We have to tell the meaning of the word according to the picture.
Yeah, what is do? Where is he pointing at?
You, like
Second person.
You. Okay, second person you. Very good. What is air?
Third
he.
person.
Third person, female, male.
Male. Third person. Male.
Third person, male. He. Okay. What is Z?
She.
She. Okay. What is wear? Wear. We. Okay. What is ear?
They.
They. Okay. Then what is Z?
Formal.
Formal. Okay. Fine. So I'll do a little bit change. Ish is I, confirmed. Do is singular, informal, you. That means one person, singular. For example, if I and Sana, we are two, then I am Ish, Sana is do. Sana is singular, one person. Air. Now, if I, Sana, and Samriddhi are there, not some. If I, Sana, and Ashwin are there, so I am Ish, Sana is you, but Ashwin is what? Air. Third person he. Now, if I, Sana, and Samriddhi are there, so Samriddhi is what? Z. Sana is you. I am Ish because I am talking. So I am Ish. Sana is you because she is a second person, and Sana has got her friend Samriddhi. So Samriddhi is a third person, Z. Then wir. So if I say that we all are learning German, so wir is representation of we. Hum. Then we have ear. So ear is again you. But what is the difference? Ear is plural you. Now what is plural you? For example, understand this. If I say, okay, Sana, that I am talking to Sana. So if I say, Sana, you have done you have done really well. You are doing very well in German. So I am still talking to Sana, single person, you. You have done really well and you are doing very well in German. Now, if Sana and Ashwin both are there, and I'm telling to both of them that you both are very good and you both are doing very well in German. So this is what? This is Sana and Ashwin. They are both the you. That means plural. So I'm talking to two person in plural. Yeah. So they are like you, Sana and Ashwin. They are two yous. That means ear, which is a plural of you. Not one person, but I'm talking to two. You both. So you can say do is you and ear is you both. Now what is Z? So Z is considered to be they. They. Now for example, if I am talking to Ritu ma'am, so I would say, ma'am, they all are doing really well. So they all are doing really well. So I am considering you three as a third person, like I'm talking to second person Ritu ma'am, and I'm talking about you three people. That ma'am, they are really doing well. So they means Sana, Ashwin, and Samriddhi. So this is they. That is Z. We have another Z, which is the formal of you, which means if I am talking to Sana, so I would call her Du. But if Sana is talking to me, so she would call me Z because I am formal. So this is what the subject pronouns are. So keeping you, that means Z, and ear aside, air, Z, wear, and ish. Are these four clear to you? Air, Z, ish, and wear.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay.
Yes.
Now we'll come to the difficult part or the confusing part, that is Z. Now we have seen three Z. One is the third person feminine Z, she. One is the they wala Z, and the other one is the formal Z. So we have three Z here. So this will be a little confusing, but then we will do it with time. Right now, just you need to tell me that have you understood the 7 pronouns here?
Yes, ma'am.
The pronoun is okay. Ashwin and Samriddhi,
Yeah,
only
C,
the meaning.
the pronunciation of Z is the same in both cases, right?
Z, in every case, Z, same. The meaning changes.
Okay.
Yeah. So now, so you have, yeah, Samriddhi?
No, I was just saying I understood the pronunciation.
What is the pronunciation of what?
I am just saying that I understood the pronunciation of Z. It's the same in
Okay.
both cases.
Yeah. In all the three cases, formal, they and she, it's Z. Same. No change. Now, the second question is here. After understanding the pronouns and what they mean, we'll come to the verb. So we'll start with the most basic verbs that we have here. That is sein and haben. What is sein and what is haben? So this is the question and the answer is here. So we'll discuss sein. Sein means to be. To be means is, am, and are in English. Another verb is haben. Haben means has, have. Now, let's see how do we use it. So for example, if I say, I am a student or I am a student. Yeah, I am a student. So I am a student. Now with I am using the helping verb am. But when I'm changing the subject, if I'm saying she, then for she, what is the helping verb we use with she? If I have to say the same sentence for a girl,
Z.
she is a student. Well, let's talk the English first, then German. She is a student, right? Then let's take the he version. He is a student. He is a student. Then we'll come to the we part. We are students. We are students. We are students. And they are students. Yeah. So now, what are we seeing here? When the subject is changing, when we are changing the pronoun, we are also changing the helping verb. With she and he, we are using is. With we and they, we are using are. And with I, we are using am. So similarly, the verb needs to change with the pronoun, with the different subject. Similarly, we do in German. For example, if I have to convert this statement in German, so I would write, okay, haben I'm removing right now because I need to write the German translation here. So the German translation would be, let's say, ich bin, and student, in German we say Student. Ich bin Student. If you are a male student, you would say student. If you are a female student, you would say Studentin. So Sana would say Ich bin Studentin, but Ashwin would say Ich bin Student. Yeah. Then for she, what is the subject for she we will have here in German? Z. Very good. And now we have to see how the verb is changing with Z. So we'll go back to the page and we will see what is the for she, what is the verb conjugation you can see here for sein. Ist. Very good. Ist. You can see here zs, he, she, it. So the verb that is changing is ist. So we will put it here as sie ist Studentin. Now for he, what is the sentence for he? What is the subject for he in German?
Er.
Er. And then again, what is the verb we're gonna use for he?
Ist.
Ist. Very good. Er ist Student, because he is a male, so we won't use Studentin, student. If I have to say we are students, then what is the verb we're gonna use for, what is the subject we're gonna use for we, Sana? What is the word for we in German? You can see here.
It is where.
Very good. Wir. And see the table and let me know what is the conjugation of is with wir. How we are changing the verb. To be is changing with wir. What?
It will be
You can see here. What is the pronunciation for this?
this is sind.
Very good. So it is sind. So wir sind Studenten. That is the plural form. We are students. And if I have to say they are students, so for they, Samriddhi, which word would you choose? Which noun? Sorry, which pronoun? Yeah, for say for they,
For the Z.
Z. Okay.
Z.
And what is the verb conjugation with Z? Sind. You can see here Sie sind. Yeah. So Sie sind Studenten. They are student. So what did we see here? That when we are changing the pronouns, we are changing the verb as well. It is with ish, it is bin. With sie, it is ist. With he, it is again ist. With wir, it is sind. And with sie, it is again sind. Now, Sana, my question is to you and with everyone. For everyone, this question is, one thing that is clear here, how do we differentiate between she wala z and how do we differentiate between they wala z? Can you differentiate between here? What is the one thing that is differentiating between she and the they wala she z? Tell me. Because
She,
The number of students.
yeah, Samriddhi, what?
Number of students with they we have 3 students, so we are using Z.
Yeah,
They.
so we are for
But
they we are using the verb what?
she's
Student.
Yeah.
Sind.
Yeah. So we have to understand this thing, that when it is the she wala z, means singular person, feminine, we are using the verb as ist. When it is they, we are using the verb as sind. Now, another question can come up. Then, ma'am, what do we use it with? Or in the table you saw that for both formal and Z, we have zin. Then how do we differentiate? So, if I ask you, Sana, I have written here two Z. One is small z and the one is the capital Z. So, what do you think? What is the difference of here when it's the formal and they? What is the difference you can see in this particular table? In writing, in spelling, anything?
I think, ma'am, if you're asking the spelling difference, like why is the difference there?
Yeah, if I ask you, there are two Z in front of you in this table, last column. One is Z they, and I have written Z you formal. So what is the difference in this Z and this Z?
One is the spelling difference.
What is the
That,
difference in the spelling?
for Z, which we use for they, in the TS is small, and
Uh-huh.
when we use for formally, then in that in Z the S is capital.
Very good. So whenever you see the Z is indicating formal, it will always begin with a capital S. Formal, everything will become, or any formal conversation, the subjects, basically the pronouns, they begin with capital S. So if the letter or if the Z is in capital written, you have to understand that it is formal Z. Now, another question can come up that, ma'am, when we are starting the sentence, then the first letter has to be capital in every sentence. Then how would we understand? This question can also come, right? That, ma'am, if, for example, if I have to, okay, let's see here. I have to make this letter and let's make all the first letters as capital. Now you can tell me that, ma'am, in the last sentence, it is also with capital. So how do we understand that this Z is formal wala Z or they wala Z? Another question might be. So in order to deal with this question, you have to see certain sentences. And then the sentence will become clear that how do we differentiate between they wala Z and formal wala Z. One difference is that the formal Z will always begin with a capital S. This is a one point of difference. Rest difference we will see here. Right now, just let me know that are you understood with the fact that when we are changing the pronoun ish, ze, er, wir, we are also changing the verb. Is it clear to you? Right? Now,
Yeah.
the question is that, ma'am, what do I or how do we change the verb? Shall we need to learn this thing or there is a trick behind it so that we can learn? So the answer to this question is that for Zai, you have to learn. Ish ke saath bin, do ke saath bist, erzs ke saath ist, you have to learn. There are two types of verb in German. Okay, there are two types of verb in German. Remember, the first verb is called regular